In this video, I want to talk about how narcissists breadcrumb their victims, and we're starting right now. So what is breadcrumbing? Well, it's a term for when a person is quite flirty with you and sending all those signals that they're super interested in you and maybe want to take things further, but there's no real romantic intent on their end. Breadcrumbing mostly happens on dating apps and social media, texting apps, all that stuff. It's very convenient. It's a super easy way for narcs and toxic people in general to breadcrumb. They can text and send pictures and do all those kinds of things, but they never have to make a real commitment, and they never really have to pursue you or even meet you in person. Essentially, this is what you call being strung along and given the bare minimum, that minimum investment by somebody who has no interest in things ever being taken very seriously. There are little bits of flirting and future faking just kind of sprinkled along for you to follow, hence the breadcrumbs. So let's talk about what breadcrumbing looks like and what are the warning signs to look out for. Most importantly, this is huge with people who are narcissistic. Words don't match actions. They tell you how cute you are, how beautiful, how handsome, how lovely. They're super into you. They love talking to you, but nothing ever happens. Nothing ever goes anywhere. They don't ask to meet you. They'll change the subject. If you talk about, hey, where are things going? What are we? Are we going to meet up? They just keep dropping half-assed conversation and compliments in your lap when they feel like it to string you along a little further, or perhaps if they feel as if you are pulling away. Next is you have no idea what you are, quote unquote. Are you together? Is this person your partner? Is this casual? Is this a friends with benefits thing? Am I just kind of here as a void filler for when they want to text somebody and they're bored? Do they even like me? Do they like me? Whatever. You have no idea where you stand with this person because they're not telling you. You are just flat out being strung along. Next up is these are the people who are just too busy, quote unquote. Now, there are legitimately some people who are busy, but let's kind of talk about what it means in this kind of sense here. You'll get those text messages when you talk about meeting or taking things further, and you will always be met with some kind of an excuse, something along the lines of, well, as soon as work slows down, ... As soon as I finish these exams, as soon as something else here, there, and everywhere, actually meeting or doing anything, all of those plans, if you can even make them with a person like this, they get pushed farther and farther and farther back. They always seem too busy to be able to give you any time or whatever it is that you're looking for. They run hot and cold. This is really, really important to kind of keep in mind here. Some days they blow up your phone and then all of a sudden they're gone. 4 days later, they come back with more idle chit-chat bullshit that doesn't go anywhere. And then poof, they are gone again. Running hot and cold is a very common trait with narcissists and, again, toxic people in general. When they are cold with you, rest assured they are running hot with somebody else. So those are all little examples there of breadcrumbing and definitely some red flags, warning signs, however you want to say it, so to speak. If you would like to talk about a narcissistic relationship that you feel that you're in, or maybe you were in, you can email BookAChatWithJess@gmail.com to get private chats and coaching with me if you feel you need it. So why do narcs and super toxic-y people do this? Well, first of all, it is low investment as shit. Again, like I said in the beginning of the video, they don't have to do anything. You flirt back with them and, there's a little bit of something going on, maybe sending photos, maybe you're sexting, things like that. But really, other than that, they don't have to do jack nor shit about anything. Next is they really feel in control. Narcissists love power and control. You dig them and they know it. And they don't have to do anything about it but send you these crappy little messages that never really go anywhere. They also get a huge ego boost, which just, goes right along with the control and everything else. You like them and you want them and you chase them. And trust me when I tell you, somebody highly narcissistic relishes every single solitary second of that ego boost that you provide every time they're just bored sitting on the sofa and they send a, hey cutie, hey handsome, what are you up to? They love how fast you respond and everything that you give them. Next up is they're usually in a relationship. And again, I go back to you're the secondary, the second string, the side piece, as all the crazy kids are saying now. You are not their main source of supply. You literally get what is left over. You get the crumbs because they are already in. Well, the other person probably thinks it's a committed relationship. I assure you the narcissist does not think those things, but they're in some kind of one-sided relationship anyway where the other person doesn't know what's going on. And that's why you're not getting very much because they already have their main source. You are the void filler, what they do when they're bored, what they do when they have a fight with their significant other, or something, but it will never, ever go anywhere. This gives them happiness and validation and a whole bunch of other things that we just talked about because they know that you like them and you make it very clear. You want to take things further. You're asking, what are you? So on and so forth. So how were you strung along? And how were you kind of told or convinced that somebody was really into you? And what kept you on the hook? Was it the compliments? Was it something else? Tell me in the comments. If you want more information on all the tricks that narcs love to use, I have a whole playlist for you to jump into on the screen. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe if you haven't. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.